I am Jennifer. If you're an oldie, thank you for coming. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. So in my previous video, I posted like a house hunting video. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's the video before this video. Anyways, and I got a lot of comments to talk about the pros and cons of living off campus. If I regret moving off campus, if I wish I stayed back on the dorm, or if I wish I left the dorm earlier, I'll be telling you everything about that in this video, okay? And this is going to be my own perspective, and I'll also be advising if I feel like you should move or you shouldn't. If it's something you think is going to be necessary for you, don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned, okay? Let's get right into the video. So guys, the first thing I'll be talking about in my, well, let's say pros and cons, is that the pro of staying in the dorm is that the dorm is cheap. It's very, very affordable. It's, for example, when I was in the dorm, I was in a double room and I was paying 4,000 RMB for a whole year. That's like for 12 months, because I would pay in October and pay the next year in October. So it's like practically just 1 year. Sometimes they might even extend it till February. That's like, it was so cheap. But now here, you pay per month. So what I was paying for a year, I'm paying like ×2 for like 6 months, because you have to pay per month, but you can't be giving it per month. If you want to pay, your contract might be every 3 months you're going to pay, so you're going to be paying monthly 3 months. For example, now if your rent is 1,800, you pay 1,800 times 3 months, and you will give it to the landlord, so which I think is really, really expensive. That is like one pro of living in the dorm, because the dorm is it's very cheap, like 4,000 for a year. It's affordable, though. Yeah, it's not like cheap, but it's affordable, and I think that's one thing I'll give to the dorm. It's affordable. The con of living off campus is that you get your own space, guys. I can't emphasize it a lot, especially me. I am so particular about my space. Little things can get to me. So, and it tends to make me just have a very bad, sour mood. So here, having my own space it's just a big thing for me. So like the dorm, you have a roommate. If you're in a double room, you have an extra roommate. If you're in a triple room, you have another 2 extra roommates. But here, obviously my apartment is 2. I live with my brother, but he has his own room and I hardly even see him. But like in the dorm, you're breathing the same air. Like there's just 2 beds there and you guys are living together. And the thing is, you don't know who you're going to get. You can get someone from a different race from you, that have different cultures. And I'm not saying they are bad people. I just feel like we all have different upbringings. Maybe the way you're brought up is different from the way I am brought up. Some people can be neat, but some people can be extra neat. Some people can be dirty and you get a roommate that is too neat, then it's always going to be a conflict. There's people that there's just something about living with someone, unless you know that person. People are like, oh, friends. I feel like breathing the same air is a lot of work. Like, so I think that's one thing I don't like about the dorm, is that you wake up in the morning and the first person you're seeing is your roommate. And sometimes I don't want to see anybody. You have to say like, hello, good morning. I don't want to greet anybody sometimes in the morning. I don't want to see anybody. That's one thing I would say. The dorm is not like, nah. But living outside is okay. I like it that. The pros of living in the dorm: electricity bill and water bill. So when I was in the dorm, I stayed in the dorm for 5 years plus. I think 6 years. I just left 6 months ago, so I think 6 years. And that 6 years, the highest I paid for water bill was 20 yuan, 20 yuan. I'll put the money in USD. That was the highest I paid, and that was after a very long time. I hadn't paid for like 2 years, or sometimes I'll just pay like 3 yuan, 4 yuan, 2 yuan, 6 yuan. The highest I paid was 20 yuan, and I even had to go and tell the school, why am I paying 20 yuan? They were like, I went to the school department. The school have like people that if you have problems with your room, you want something fixed, you can go there. So I asked her like, why am I paying 20 yuan? The water bill people, and they were like, okay, maybe something in my room is leaking, and they fixed it. Since then, I didn't pay 20 yuan again. Electricity, when I was in the dorm, I would pay like for a month. I'll pay like 120 RMB and I'll use it for like 2 months. Because how it is like my school, if you pay 100 yuan, they will give you an extra of 100 yuan or 70 yuan. Because the one time I went to the school and I paid like, I had empty and I paid 100 yuan and I had an extra of 50. So like they will top up what you have and they reduce it. They reduce the way you use it. They will reduce it for you and you can easily use the school because there's a general kitchen for every floor and the general kitchen is free electricity. So things like, oh, I want to cook, you just go to the kitchen to cook. You're not using your own electricity. You're only using your electricity to like see, like turn on the lights, charge your phones, turn on your fridge. Like that's basically what you're using the electricity for. But things like microwaving your food, cooking, boiling water, it's literally, we do it in the kitchen, so it's like free of charge. So I can pay like 120 yuan for 3 months. In summer, I think I would pay 300. Summer lasts for 3 months. I use up the 300 the whole summer with my AC on and still past the summer. Maybe I will pay like in November or December, I'll be paying a new electricity bill. In winter, it's just my bedroom that I'll be like consuming and it still doesn't take much. But now living off campus, God, yesterday my landlord, because I asked him about water bill, he said I shouldn't worry. And yesterday he gives me a bill of 280 yuan. That's my bill for 6 months. I told him I'm not paying. I was like, because I just paid the electricity bill. Last month my electricity was like 500 because the heater I was using 500. I don't know how I used 500, but yeah, I can imagine because I cook, I do everything. Yeah, no, that was fine. Now this month he said it was like 300 I paid, and he tells me my water bill is 280. I don't know, I don't use water. Like obviously I still had to pay, but like, it was just a shocker to me because one, he didn't tell me. If he had told me, oh, this is I'll be paying every month, because I prefer paying every month than piling it up and I have to pay a lot of money. That's just too much. So that was like the problem. The school water electricity is very, very affordable. Outside, it's not for the weak. I'm just going to say it. Like coming out of the dorm, I have to remember to turn off my whole lights before leaving, to turn off my bed warmer before leaving. In the dorm, I would even go out, leave my AC on, so that when I come back, I'm just in a very cool room. I can't try it here. I'll just see 1,000 RMB. I got a heater this winter, and that month I used that heater, I paid 900 RMB for electricity because of the heater. Like, so if you're not ready, don't even enter. Like, it's too much, because everything you're doing, you're paying the hot water you're using to bath, it's taking electricity from like to boil. Like, I don't know how the whole thing works, but yeah, it takes electricity. So before you like think of all these things before you consider moving off campus. So now for cons of why. Now, so guys, now for cons on why I think living off campus is better is that you get to not have unexpected visitors. Like in the dorm, you can just be sleeping and someone is banging on your door. Like they are banging. What do you want? Please, do you have water? Oh, please, do you have Maggi? Please, do you have salt? I know it's funny, but like they will ask for the most useless thing ever. Like maybe people you have never spoken to before, they might just be like, oh guys, do you have this? Do you have that? I know how many times I've been sleeping and have been woken up. I'll have like migraines, because whenever I wake up like in a rush, I get migraines. And what do you want? You want salt? Like I don't cook with salt. So when they come for things like that, it's just like, God. When I hear who come and ask you, especially if you have Chinese as neighbor, they're like one of the best people you can have as neighbor, because everybody minds their business. But when you come and knock on your door, you have your peace of mind. Like, before someone wants to come to your room or your house, they have to call you ahead of time to make sure you're around, or to make sure that you haven't ready to have a guest or something. But now in the dorm, anybody can just come. Jennifer, I came to check if you're around. Like, it's just a normal thing, and that thing really pissed me off. I think that's what I loved about staying here. I would stay weeks and I haven't seen anybody, and it's not like I don't like people. I have my friends, but I just don't want to see strangers every day. Like when I was in the dorm, I would even wait for people to like go out so I can go out. So I don't want to say hello to anybody. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing to come to people's houses, but just let them know, because they can be going through a lot of things and you just come and the way they knock, like the way people bang on your door, you can wonder if they are paying your rent for you. So like, and the shushu, which is the person that cleans for us, would come and he will bang on that door. He doesn't even care whether you were sleeping or not. He will just bang. If he bangs 2 times and you don't open, he will just barge into your room in the dorm. And like, I remember one time the school was coming to fix something in everybody's room, and I was sleeping and I just had, I was about to wake up. Before I would even wake up, like they already opened my door with the school card, because they have like a general card for everybody. They already opened the door and just entered inside. Luckily, I was fully dressed. I was pissed. I had to start shouting at them. I was like, leave my room. I think then they were fixing doors, extra beds for people. I was like, I told him to leave. Then I told him to leave and I closed the door and I dressed properly. I was like, you're not putting any bed in my room because there's no space in this room. Like, I don't miss that about the dorm. People, the school, they can barge into your room because they have the general card. If you leave your things, your door unlocked, people can just, no. I think that's one thing I say. I think I prefer living outside the dorm because you just have your own privacy. Yeah. Another pro of staying in the dorm is that you get cleaners, like not like clean your room, but I think some schools have cleaners that clean like I think some schools have each other have like a living room, everybody have a room. I don't know. My school, the general area was like things like the laundry, the kitchen, and yeah, and the passage. So like the IEs, we call them IEs, they come and they clean all those places. So you see some people like losing their manners, like you would cook and they'll leave the kitchen messy, so the eyes will come and clean it. But here you have to do all your things. Okay, I don't know if it's a pro for the school, because personally I like to clean my things myself. Like no matter how you clean it, I still will not be okay with it till I do it myself. So for some people it might be a pro because they want people to clean for them. So it depends on your personality. For me, I don't see it as a pro, but I just put it out there because who doesn't want free cleaning? Yeah, so they clean things. That's one thing about the pros of living in the dorm. Another pro of living in the dorm is that you get to use the school equipment. So when I came to this house, luckily I already had my own microwave in the dorm, because there was a time our school microwave spoiled. I had to just like buy my own, and it really helped because I didn't have to go to the kitchen to heat up my food. So I already had like a microwave. I had microwave. But now if you're living off campus, you have to buy those things. The school offers microwave, but here you have to buy all those things. But it's still okay because it's just a microwave. You can just get online, you buy it. So like Chinese houses will come with like a bed. They always come with a bed. They'll come with like basic things: fridge, bed, dining table. Some comes with sofa, air conditioner. Yeah, then the other things you have to buy yourself. The school dorm comes too with bed, fridge, air conditioner. Then they have a microwave in the general kitchen that everybody will use. So yeah, so that's just the thing. So some things the school will have, like the school also had like a steamer to steam your clothes after here, but here we just have a washing machine, wash and dry. So for me to steam my bed sheets, like before I'd use the school steamer to steam my bed sheet, but here now I have to get a steamer. So I feel like because the school have some things we can all use. Yeah. So con of living off campus is that your family get to visit you. So like they can visit you and not, how will I put it, they don't need to come here and get a hotel. They just stay in your house. So instead of coming here, and they came here to spend time with their child, but they have to be in the hotel, and you have curfew because we have curfew. So even if you want to spend time with your parents till night, there's a curfew. You have to be back before 11 during school time. So like there's a curfew. But here, living off campus, they just come, they live in your place, you're cooking together, you're having some like nice family time together. which is just very special. So that's one con I think of living off campus. You get to have a family, you get to have friends you actually want to visit you, come over without them stressing of, oh, I want to see Jennifer, but where will I stay? Where will I stay? I don't have the money for the hotel. They just have to stay because the school don't allow guests that are not from the school to stay in the school accommodation, whether your friend, if she's a girl or not, don't allow it. And you, like, even your brother, like for example now, my brother can't go to the girls' dorm. So if I was not staying off campus, would hardly even see, because I'll always be there, he'll be there. So that's the thing. So staying off campus, you get to like have your family, your relatives, just that family, like that bond. That's one thing I'll say. Why pros of why I think the dorm is better is that, especially for freshman year, I think dorm is okay because you get to make friends. You get to get assistance, because I remember my freshman year, I made so much friends and they were really, really helpful, because sometimes it's an assignment and I would even forget, and you see somebody coming to tell you, oh, I'm coming to your next day assignment, you remember that there's an assignment, or you see them studying, you're like, oh, let's go study together. That's how you start making friends. So I think staying in the dorm, especially for your first degree, I would always advise just stay in the dorm, like especially if you are young. Stay in the dorm because you get to meet genuine friends. But if you stay off campus, immediately you come to China, you just feel very alone, because this place, the Chinese are very like more, so you feel alone. You feel like they have forgotten me. So I feel like just stay in the dorm for your own safety as well, because coming here you don't know how to speak the language, so the school is going to help you. They will direct you. Everything's easy for you in the school dorm. That moving off campus where you have to navigate everything on your own, navigate landlords. Yeah, so that's why I think the dorm is better in that aspect. And that aspect again why I think the dorm is better is getting accommodation. Guys, this particular one, I have a whole story time for it. My school will literally beg you to stay in the dorm. They'll tell you because of your safety. They say it there. Especially if you're not even up to age, they want you to be safe. They don't want to have a liability. They don't want to be responsible for any bad thing that will happen to anybody. So they always tell you, stay in the dorm. You see these Chinese people outside, when I was looking for apartments, they just see me and they just say, oh, I don't want a black person. I got to a point where I was giving them my credentials. I was like, I am honor student, I was the class monitor in my class, I'm alumni of my class, so many things. I was like, I'm very neat, I'm very behaved, I don't even listen to music, which I don't even listen. I don't listen to music. I prefer more of reading. I don't have parties, I don't even go clubbing. Like, I'm my own money. This is my money I'm telling you about, and he's saying because I'm black, he doesn't want to give me the house. Like, a lot of landlord, I went through a lot when I was looking for a house. That's like a story for another day. I went through a lot, and I was like, at the end of the day, he didn't even give me, like, those landlords didn't even give me the apartment with everything I had to say. This one I'm living in, he didn't even bother, he didn't even care. He just saw me, I'm ready to pay, and he gave me the house. Like, he's an old man, he doesn't even stress. Like, I love him. Anyways, yeah, he didn't stress, but like, it's hard to get accommodation because I don't know what the black people have done to them, or foreigners, because they tell you they don't want foreigners, whether white, Megora. I don't know, in my last video, if you notice, Dima was even asking the guy, like, she said he's a Megora, like he's an American, and she doesn't want American, she only wants Chinese. So you see, like, I don't know what their problem is, but they only want their own few people. So getting an apartment, it sometimes can be tedious. Like, yeah. And that thing again, I think that the pro of living outside the dorm and the con of living off campus is that the pro is that delivery is easy. So I can just order like a meal and they come to my doorstep and give it to me. I just pick it up. If I have a package that I want to return, so just come and pick it up from my door. But now at the dorms, you have to go downstairs. Then there's like a package place where everybody can pick. So like when I was in the dorm, the way I was lazy, I can starve just because I don't want to go downstairs and pick my food, or go downstairs and start looking for what to eat. I will starve myself to death. I will starve. I was drinking tea and bread for a whole week. Then I think we had a holiday. I had bread and tea, and my other things I ordered them, they had arrived, but it was downstairs. I stayed 1 week. I was eating just tea and bread because I didn't want to go downstairs. But here, they just call you, they're on your by your doorstep, and just pick up your food. So I think that's very convenient, especially for people that are lazy like me, that don't want to go downstairs or go out to get their food. So I think that's like a big up for that. Like the first time I came to the house and I realized that I can do that, I was happy. I would order food every time. I was so happy. When I don't order food, but yeah, I was really happy about that. So yeah. So I think I've said everything. If there's anything you think I forgot about that you think other people would want to know, you can just leave it in the comment section. But now, like, let me get to like the advice of if I think you should move off campus or not. I feel like in your first degree, there's no need to move off campus, to be sincere. You just came to China. There's no need, because you came to China to interact with people, to know new people. So you coming immediately and deciding to say, oh, I want to move out of the dorm and live on my own. You're not getting to know people. Let me just tell you the honest truth. You will not get to know. You won't have that. The connections you have might be in school, and after school everybody just going, because after school everybody wants to go and eat, they want to go and do this. Then now when you see other people going to the dorms, you are going to your house. People are like coming together in the evening, no classes, and they are just gisting, they're just having conversations, going for strolls around the school area, and you are just in your house sleeping or doing whatever. So I feel like the dorm, because I keep saying this, when I came here I had so much friends from different countries, and then when I was back in Nigeria, my dad would travel a lot, but I was too young to know, oh, there's Tanzania, there's Zambia, there's Zimbabwe. I only knew Ghana and Cameroon because of like they're close to Nigeria, so that's what I knew. And other American countries, but I like South American countries, other European countries, and North American and the rest. But now I didn't know much countries in Africa. Do you get? I didn't even know much countries in Asia. I only knew India and China and Korea because I was a Korean girl. So, but coming to China my first year, I made friends from Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Zambia, Tanzania. Like it was so nice. Like you would eat together, you would play together, you guys would laugh, you share, you realize that you have some common things from each country, which I think is very, very special. So I feel like give it a try, stay in the dorm. If after 2 years you feel like okay, now because of the first year everybody is like having joint classes together, so you might have people that are not even from your class, but you are having the same class and you guys start bonding. Then after second year, now everybody starts going to their different majors, and there's no combined classes anymore. It's just like civil engineering to civil engineering, computer science to computer science. So after that you can decide, okay, these are my friends now, these are people that will still be with me, let me move off campus, which I still don't advise, but if it's something you want, that's fine. For the dorm, for off campus, staying off campus is expensive. I can't emphasize that it's expensive. If you're getting money from back home, especially from Africa, I won't advise, because the current rates in Africa now is really poor. It's bad. The rate it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And these people here, right, they feel like we coming from Africa, we are rich. I don't know how they say we live in the slums, but still call us rich. I think because of the amount of school fees we pay as school fees, because then they don't even pay half of what we pay as school fees. I think they pay one quarter of what we pay for school fees. So they see us as rich. So they don't even care, oh, my parents cannot send the money yet, or oh, I haven't gotten money. Yeah, you have to pay. If it's on the 20th you're paying, you have to pay on the 20th. That's just it. So that's my advice. And when you're searching for a house in China, the things I would tell you is that get an agent to help you. The agent should be nice and patient. Don't settle for anything less. When I was getting this apartment, my agent, at the point he was like, Jennifer, you are very hard to please. I'm like, yeah, because I'm paying for it. So I need to be very comfortable in where I was going to stay. If he shows me a house, I'm like, I don't like the toilets, it's not neat enough for me, or I don't like the kitchen. There was one time he showed me a house that was very like, the person just left, and he was like, they'll fix this, they'll fix that. I'm like, when I see the fixing, I'll pay. Then I saw the fixing, I paid. Then I went out like, no, I don't want the house again. Like it's just not clean enough for me. So don't settle. They will get you a house. They have better apartment. You might be living for the Chinese. They have better apartment. They will show you. So wait, be patient. They will show you that house and you get your dream house. And secondly, when you're paying for your house rent as a first year or first time, you don't just pay the house rent. So let me explain to you how it is. You pay the agent fee. So if your rent is 1,800, you pay half to the agent that is helping you. That's his agent fee. Then you pay 1,800 for deposits. So you're paying half to the agent, you're paying another 1,800 for deposit. Then you're paying now the 3 months rent, the 1,800 3 times. You're now paying it. If the landlord says he wants you to pay 6 months, you pay. If he says no, you have to pay for the whole year, you have to pay. It depends on what the landlord wants and the contracts. So you pay the agent fee, you pay the deposit, and you pay 3 months rent or 4 months, 6 months rent or 1 year rent, and they'll give you a contract. Please read through that contract very well, because my contract, when I was reading through it, it was in Chinese, so I had to translate it. I was like, I'm seeing there will not be Wi-Fi. I told the agent I can't do that. Like my friend's house has a Wi-Fi. Why can't my house have a Wi-Fi? He had to start talking to the landlord. Landlord, like, he's an old man, so he only gave me the connection. He can help me pay for it, but he doesn't know how to install it. No problem. So that was something I had to amend in my contract. My contract also stated that my electricity bill would be calculated 0.83, so which was cheap, because most houses is like $1 per unit. So I saw that in my contract. Then I saw a bunch of things in my contract, so I feel like just go through your contract, read your contract very well, because there will be things you didn't even know were there and you'll be signing it. And if your contract is for a year and you leave that house before a year, you won't get your deposit back. That's how it is. If you leave before the contract, you won't get your deposit back, and if you spoil anything in the house, you won't get your deposit back. Like something big, because my contract has like I can't put wallpapers. So if I was to put wallpaper now, it's going to make him peel out the wallpaper when I leave, and he won't give back my deposits. You see, so I can't put wallpaper. There's just some things I can't do. Repaint the house, change the furnitures, like the bed. If I want to change it, I have to call the landlord to help me swap the bed or something. Yeah. So read through your contract very, very well. Let me see. And again, for electricity, so how it's calculated is that there's a unit, you minus the unit. Like when you come into the house, right, take a picture of everything, the water bill, the unit, and the gas. Take a picture of it. So now from when you enter that house to maybe after a month, you minus the previous amount you saw in your unit minus your current light bill, then times it by, if it's 0.8 your electricity is, times it by 0.8, that's how much you pay that month. I don't really know how they calculate gas bill, but that's for light bill. And before you go there, get to your house, tell that man, I want to pay water bill every month. Don't make it 6 months, because it's going to pile up. It's going to pile up and you will not, it won't be funny. It just won't. So please, and try to have like a very good relationship with your landlord. Like Chinese landlords are nice, I won't even lie. They won't stress you, especially if you're not living with your landlord. Maybe they are living in a different building. Like my landlord lives in a total, I don't think he's even in my city. So if I just need help, I'll just text him. Then he has a friend here. The friend will just come and fix things for me, like my bulb, like just basic things. They'll come and fix it for me. I don't need to start paying to do those things myself, which I think is a bonus. So yeah, I think that's basically like living off campus. What again do I have to say? I think that's all. Like I don't think, yeah, that's all. And again, I'll just try to say that having Chinese as neighbors are nice. Like it's very nice because they mind their business. You would not even hear them speak like loud music. No, they don't even listen to music. They don't even have televisions in their houses, so you don't have to worry about loud noises from your next door neighbor, or just shouting. Because the first neighbor I had before coming, she left, she was Chinese, and I was praying God. It's not like I hate my own Africans, but Africans, we love listening to music. So they want to play music, they want to cook their food, and their food be bossy. Like, I don't want to be my dreaming about food. I was like, please, I just want an a Chinese. And look, like I got the Chinese, and everybody just like on their own, their space, yeah. And if you sign a 1 year contract, after that 1 year, the landlord has the right to tell you that he doesn't want to renew the contract again, so you have to look for another house. So it's not 100% guarantee that you're going to still stay in that particular house. He might just tell you that no, he's increasing the price, so he wants you to leave. So I think that's another con of living in the dorm, or pro of living in the dorm, because the dorm is guaranteed. After a year, you can just repay and you stay in the dorm. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Okay, bye. See you in my next video.